Wednesday. I used to skate here. I used to skate in this neighborhood with my high school buddies back in the day. It's been hot. No, because I've been getting sunburned when I'd be running during the day. That's what it is. It's pretty packed for a time. It's pretty packed for attention, I think, is what I meant to say. Got 3 kids, all wanting or needing a bunch of attention at the same time. And then you got all your other life obligations, which I'm not even doing right now. Just having 3 kids and one 9-day-old is enough work. And I think the only feasible solution is you're just gonna sleep less. For me, I don't think it's been that gnarly of sleep deprival, but for the missus, definitely a lot. And she was one that was a picky sleeper even before we even had any children, if you ask me. She used to take her dog out like 3 or 4 times a night to go to the bathroom. And I want to say she said that never happened before I came around, which I don't believe either, but I just don't think you sleep nearly as soundly once you got other little human beings in your house sleeping. But we had figured out a nice little system with 2 kids. And now it's getting restructured. Gosh, I think that's the biggest part of all this is we're back to having a newborn again, and we all knew it, but we weren't really I don't think we had come to terms with it until we came home and then we had the other 2 around them. I mean, I know I saw the balloon under her stomach every day, but once all 3 of them were in the same room, that's when it got very real, and the prospect of what's going to happen going forward is going to be busy for your mental state, that's for sure. I think this time next year, when the little one is 1 year old, I'm sure we'll be in a much better spot. She might even be learning how to walk, and that'll be fun. But I only got 2 eyes, and now I've got 1 more child. And I keep telling myself there's going to be a lot more fun down the road once they start putting sentences together and they find something that they're passionate about, and we're going places on weekends to support whatever they're doing outside of school, and that'll be worth it. But I think being a coach for so long before I had children, that was my biggest connection with young kids. as I started working was the high school coaching and the sports that I was doing, and I was like, I can't wait until they're that age and they want to do that. But that's a while off for 5, 2, and 9 days old. So I just hope we get to do that stuff before then. I know my folks started me in club soccer when I was in first grade, and we had done, I want to say, a couple of years of the less intrusive soccer at Boys and Girls Club, or ASO. But yeah, we did that for so long, and I remember liking it most of the years up until maybe the last couple, or I think once I started getting like a social group in the late elementary, maybe like 5th or 6th grade, and then through junior high. And then I played all three for up until, I want to say, 7th grade. I think I might have played baseball in 7th grade, or 6th grade might have been the last time, but baseball, basketball, and soccer we did it all for, I think, basketball we went to probably 7th or 8th grade also. But the only thing I kept on in high school was soccer, and then I had been introduced to volleyball 3 years earlier, and so I think I did some camps and I messed around, but I was really looking forward to playing volleyball. And then I think my parents and I had convinced ourselves we were going to give soccer a try. I mean, definitely at least a try. And I think my brother only played through his 10th grade year, but he played varsity. But I think maybe had my freshman team been better, that would have been more of a situation that would have made me want to stay and play. But I just remember us being not good. Like, we won 2 games maybe our soccer season, so I think it was easy to say I'm done with. But volleyball was what I was looking forward to and what I was wanting to play, because it looked so just chaotic and fun. But my kids are not that old yet. I would love for them to do some sort of club sports. And I think there's definitely a fine line between forcing your kids to do it and hoping they will, and just letting them find their way. But if you're not if you're not putting them around it enough, they probably won't. And I feel like there's such a disconnect for me between my passions. Just because I'm a chiller, always been comfortable just hanging out at home and relaxing, and like I've always been a good athlete, not a great athlete, nothing special, but good. And but also I've always had kind of a feeling of like obligation, maybe, to go and do stuff. But in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, when can we go home? When can we go chill and watch some TV? And it sounds so shameful to say those things, and because there's people that can't walk and there's people that can't do things like that. But is it wrong if you can do those things but you don't want to? If you just want to be a chiller, is that okay? And if you're a chiller, does that mean your kids are going to be chillers too? I don't know, something's always like said that being a chiller is just not, it's not appropriate. You're supposed to be out playing, is what they say. And I kind of agree, but also it seems like staying inside during the day is a waste. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I definitely want to I definitely want my kids to be involved in sports because I like them so much, but I don't want to force them to do that because then it seems like they won't want to participate in it, and then it won't I won't get what I want, and therein lies my biggest problem is I'm so selfish, and I'm trying not to be. I'm not like aggressively selfish or like loud about it. I think I just struggle. Um, what is it? Coming across as like I care about other people as much as maybe I care about myself, which I do, but I just don't think I don't think I show it very well. It's something I need to work on, and maybe that just all stems from just low self-esteem and my 100 days of hard work and just feeling like less than most of the time. Like I always feel like I'm the worst coach amongst all the coaches. I like I'm the least qualified amongst all the people I'm around, or the least, is it masculine? I don't know. I know it feels good to at least say these things, as they're things I've just thought that have been just rim-shotting around my brain for years. And I know most people are going to say you just need to be comfortable with yourself and comfortable in your own skin, and I find that kind of difficult, I think. But I don't know. I shouldn't really care about what other people think and ask people's perspective what they think of so and so or myself, but why do we need to go to those lengths to like figure that out? I don't know. I know I have a lot of positive stuff, definitely. And I know also I heard somewhere that I've not struggled very much. And that's a huge part of maybe me just feeling like I'm in this type of limbo. And I'm not asking for any sympathy. I'm just literally thinking out loud and just trying to grind out a few extra thoughts that will maybe help me enjoy the back half of this life, and so that I can be happy more days overall. Not that I'm not, but like days where I'm doing something I'm super passionate about, and it feels like it's a enjoyable day, and someone's giving you some money for it too, so that my house and my family and my little kids are taken care of, and I can provide them the opportunities that I had. And I'm in a situation where at the moment I can, but I don't think I'm in the maximum like passion project mode. Yeah. And then trying to figure that out's difficult too. I don't know. Just having to say that you're just eating shit and cashing checks. It just feels not weaselly, but just meek. It feels meek. It feels like I never made a choice for myself, and that I'm just doing what was available, and that I'm just a slave to my circumstances, and I never pulled the trigger ever on trying to do something and failing, but at least doing something that I thought I was passionate about. I think coaching is the closest thing, definitely. And then I'm just in a situation where I've got 3 kids now, and it's not viable to go off and be a coach that's really gonna make a ton of money. So I have to travel a bunch. So this whole week, last week, I think it's because it's definitely from lack of sleep. My thought that it's definitely from lack of sleep that I'm just kind of been in like a daze, just trying to figure out this new routine with the new baby and how we're all gonna do it. And it's hard to swallow the all the all the things I have sometimes. It's hard to accept everything that I've just been given, and I think maybe I haven't earned so much, and that I'm not being as productive with the day, and that I don't do enough man shit, and I work in a super masculine and macho and bravado, ego ego juiced industry, which is the construction industry, but I'm just an office worker. So yeah, I don't know. I know. I think the phrase "I don't know" is just filler most of the time, because I do know I'm not doing what I'm doing. I don't like 100%, but I like it enough, and it's pleasing other people because it's giving me monies. I know. I still feel like I'm on the precipice of something changing, but I need that change to be efficient with the time I'm spending during the day, so that there's some sort of economic um, pot of gold at the end of that, and I'm getting to spend time with my kids, and I'm getting to like exercise to keep my mental insanity. And I think all that's just is very foggy right now, and I wish I could figure it out a bit better. But I think just having thoughts and trying to work through them and going around in circles, which I do a ton. And if anybody's ever watching this, I wonder if any of it helps you. It most likely won't, but maybe it just stirs up some sort of thought in your own mind, in your own brain, makes you analyze yourself for the better. And that's all I'm trying. I'm trying to I'm trying to get better so that each day is a little bit more joyful for all the people around me. Definitely for the people around me, and less for myself. But then I just went on a whole tirade about just myself. My thoughts are, I think I'll figure it out today just a little bit more than yesterday. Thank you. Have a good one.